Well, hello everybody. It's 8 p.m. on a Thursday night, and you know what that means. It's time for the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. My name is Ray, call sign K5BZI, and I will be your net control this evening. Looks like the mic's a little hot, so let me back that off just a bit. All right, that looks a little bit better. Let me remind you that the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club we go by the call sign N5OAK, and we're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. for the net. It is a social net with the main intention of getting a group of local and maybe not even local amateur radio operators together every week to chat and have a good time. The net is typically connected via All-Star and other means to several other nodes throughout the state and elsewhere. And you can find out the current state of those connections by going to our website like I am right now at n5oak.org and clicking on the All-Star tab. If you do that, you can scroll down to just below a big old green bar. You can see a little link there that says click here for Bubble Chart. The Bubble Chart's a great physical representation of what we've got connected tonight. And just to give you a quick synopsis, it looks like as per usual, we've got the KA5D system. That's the UT big system there, connected to us just like they do every week. Thank you, Kyle. That's a great system to utilize if you have a hard time reaching one of our regular repeaters. Our regular repeaters are the 147320 machine located in Oak Hill proper, which is where I'm coming through to you tonight on. We've also got our 147.250 machine out in the Johnson City area. So if you're out southwest of us, that might be your best bet. If you're north or northeast of us, you might want to try the KA5D system. By the way, we have our own system at UT. It's a 440 machine at 441.775, and it's linked, of course. But also the KA5D system is linked every Thursday night, and those repeaters include 440 machines, 900 megahertz machines, as well as 220 machines, and you can find those frequencies by going to the website at ka5d.org. Let's see, I think the main system over there is a 440 machine. That's at 441.325, and the offset on that is positive with a tone of 97.7. So go check out if you have a hard time getting into one of the normal Oak machines, the KA5D system. Tonight, it looks like we've also got K5TMT out in Leander connected to us at 441.3125. And that is, like I say, located in Leander. And as always, through Mass Machine is the KE5RS system. Looks like Martindale's connected tonight. KI5 Whiskey Sierra Uniform. Thanks for connecting to us. They're at 145.7 up in Martindale. Looks like we've got the Portapeter connected. AI5 Alpha's connected in, Rick. Thank you so much. And it looks like we've got KG5QBQ, Queen Bravo Queen, there in Austin, Texas, connected at 146.4, as well as, there's a couple new ones I haven't seen before. KI5 Yankee Charlie Lima in Blanco's connected, 441.375. That's Kilo India 5 Yankee Charlie Lima in Blanco, as well as Ganado, Texas. Looks like node 50792, Ganado, Whiskey 5 India Tango Zulu. Whiskey 5 India Tango Zulu in Ganado. So there you go, guys. A quick rundown of tonight's All-Star Bubble Chart. And like I say, you can find out more about that and look at the Bubble Chart yourself by going to our website at n5oak.org and click on the All-Star tab. As I mentioned before, the net's a social net. The main objective is just getting everyone together on a Thursday night, and it's sort of expanded over the years. We tend to now we like to do a question from the general class license pool every week, which is nice because it keeps us sharp on those topics. We throw in some news articles, and we've got some lined up for you tonight. If you don't know, the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club is very active in fox hunting, and pretty much every weekend or every other at least, we have a fox out that you can search for, and so we give an update on the status of that every week now, as well as our President/Social Events Calendar Guide. Rusty, WZ5BBS, will probably jump in here at some point and give us an update on just overall club events / social events. So be sure to stick around for all that. And, of course, the regular check-ins portion, the meat and potatoes of every net will come finally after all that fluff comes through. So be sure to check it and stick around if you can for the regular check-ins portion. That is the portion where we open the floor up for conversations. You can ask questions pertaining to the hobby. Maybe you're building a project and you're stuck and you need some advice. That's kind of where I'm at right now with the project. Maybe you're looking to buy a new radio. You want some advice. I mean, I guarantee you there's probably someone in this club who has had experience with a radio similar or at least the same one. So, topics like that. Stick around if you can. There's a wealth of knowledge in the folks that join us every week, and I guarantee you'll learn something if you stick around, and might even have an enjoyable time listening in as well. So be sure to stick around for regular check-ins. But, of course, before we do all that stuff, it's our short-time check-ins portion. Short-timers are those who don't have long with us this evening, people who, have other plans, and they know that the net starts at 8 and know that most of us net controllers who run this net like to jump into short-timers right away. We like to get in there real quick so that we can get those guys in and out. So keep that in mind if you, in the future, think you don't have time for a net. Probably got time for short-time check-ins because we usually get to them within the first 10 minutes. And I'm going to, right now, after a station ID, I'm going to call on short-timers. If you'd like to check in short-time, give me your name and call sign. If you have nothing to share with us this evening, just tell me no traffic and I'll skip you altogether. Otherwise, I will check in and say hi to you. I won't take any questions or comments from anybody else, but I will check in with you and say hi and see how you've been and then let you go. But if you don't have anything to share with us this evening, you can just give me a name and call sign and say no traffic, and I'll put you on the log, and you're counted and official for the week, and you can move on and do whatever it is you got to do this evening. So let me do a station ID, and we'll jump right into that. You're listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, call sign N50AK. My name is Ray, call sign K5BZ. I am Net Control, and I just gave a big spiel about what we do tonight, and without further ado, we're going to jump into short-time check-ins. If you joined us after my spiel was over, and you don't know, short-timers are those who don't have long with us this evening. A good best practice when it comes to checking in, especially during short time, is to push the talk button and say this is, and then unkey. If you say this is, and then unkey like I just did, then you can hear if you're doubling with somebody. If you unkey and you hear the tail end of somebody else saying this is, then you know that person probably didn't hear you, and he's probably going to check in. So give that person a chance to check in before you try again. So let's see. All right. And by the way, if you'd like to follow along with check-ins, I use NetLogger. You can download it free on the internet, and that's what I use to log, folks. You can follow along with that on the line. All right, short timers, if you don't have long with us this evening, come with your name and call sign now, please.
This is KG5GYM, and Ray, right now I need to know if I'm even getting in there, or else I got to mess with this Echolink connection. KG5GYM.
Mike, you sound like you're still out there at Spicewood, man. Sounding really good. No problem at all.
Thank you.
Keep coming, guys. Anybody else?
This is Kilo India 5, Romeo Bravo Tango, Kent in Pflugerville. This is KB5MPJ, Jason Mobile near downtown, no traffic. This is
Kilo India 6, Hotel Quebec Tango, Ken in South Austin, no traffic.
This is Kilo Charlie 5, Alpha Juliet Echo, Chad, South Austin, no traffic.
This is Kilo India 5, Yankee India Alpha, Marshall, South Austin, no traffic.
This is AI5A, no traffic, just pizza. This is
KI5 OBD, Scott and Kyle. No traffic for now.
All right. That was a pretty good run. Let me run through the no traffic folks so we can get on and say hi to those that did say no traffic. And those guys included Jason, KB5MPJ, downtown Austin, coming in mobile in, sounding great. Jason, good to hear from you, man. Catch you later. Be sure to check in later on if you can. Let's see, we had KI6HQT, that was Ken. He checked in no traffic as well. Have a great weekend, Ken, if we don't hear from you later on. Chad checked in no traffic. That's KC5 Alpha Juliet Echo. Thank you for checking in, Chad. Have a great weekend. Marshall checked in. KI5 Yankee India Alpha. Marshall, thank you so much for checking in. Have a great weekend. And we got Rick. He checked in no pizza. Alpha India. I think he checked in positive pizza, negative traffic. That's Alpha India 5 Alpha. Thanks, Rick, for checking in, man. Have a great weekend. All right, well, that brings me back up to the top of the list. I'm going to check in again with Mike, KG5GYM, on that solid echo link there. Mike, how are things up north, man? You keeping warm?
Oh, yeah, it's, snowed last night just a little bit, but it's, definitely chillier than down there on an average, but, not so bad. You know, I got one of these big heavy coat things, and yeah, you know, you don't want to go around and hang around outside. I live in a kind of a township where I'm not too far from a store and stuff and restaurants, but and I have a bicycle which I can ride because the streets aren't very crowded. But it's so cold right now that you got to get really dressed up to get on a bicycle and go driving down the street to mess with that. And I haven't got a lot of radio stuff set up yet. I've been working on insulating the house. My brother-in-law and I doing a lot of stuff. You know, the place got a basement and it was leaking like a sieve and just blah, blah, this and that and the other thing. But other than that, I suppose it could be worse. Summer was nice, you know. It wasn't like being down there. So I guess I'm doing okay.
Yeah, Roger, man. Well, it sounds like you just about got it figured out. For those of you listening who don't know, Mike is a former Austin resident. He was Mr. Regular on the frequency when I first started jumping on the Oak here years ago, and has since relocated up around the Buffalo area. So we're glad to have him in via Echo Link, and glad to hear you're staying warm up there, man. It sounds like you just about got it figured out. So thanks for checking in. No traffic, sir, and if you can stick around, we'd love to hear you in the regular portion. Otherwise, have a fantastic weekend, and we'll catch you next week. All right, next on my list was KI5RBT. That's Rick. Ken, KI5RBT Ken. What's going on, Ken?
You had it right this time. It is Richard, but it's Ken, like Superman. Yeah, I'm doing good. Just looking forward to the weekend. I've been working on my man cave, trying to get my 3D printer stuff situated. I have to do ventilation. They got resin printers, so I'm just designing my ventilation system to get the fumes and stuff extracted from the room so I don't die like I almost did about 2 months ago. But that's about it. I'm gonna go. Just got dinner, and I'm gonna go in the house and eat my meat. KI5RBT. Talk to you next.
All right, man. Glad we were able to get short time going fast enough for you to get out here and say hi before dinner. So, yeah, get on in there and get you some chow. Glad to hear the man cave is coming around. And yeah, I know your name's Ken. I still had Rick's name highlighted on the screen, so made a very what's the word I'm looking for? Coincidental mistake there. So, anyhow, good to hear you, man. Have a great weekend. Go get some chow. We'll catch you later. Scott, KI5OBD, I think you said no traffic, right?
I got nothing for now. I'll lurk a while, maybe recheck later. Thanks. Hey, y'all. KI5OBD.
Alrighty, man. Yeah, I typed your call sign in wrong, and it came up wrong, so I had to fix your name, and I forgot to type in no traffic. So, Anywho, thanks for checking in, Scott. Good. We'll catch you next time. Guys, that was my first round of check-ins for short timers. Short timers only. If you just joined us and you don't have long with us and want to get your name and call sign on the log, we're doing that now. So come on now with your name and call sign if you don't have long with us.
This is K5JM, Kilo 5 Juliet Mike.
Hello, Sam. How you been, man? What's new?
Well, hey, Ray, good to hear you and everyone on the net. Thanks for taking my check-in. Another successful week on the CW net. I think that's number 149. And, no, it's not much radio this week, but I'm real pleased to be listening back to the old WTWW station, which is on, we talked about this already last week. But, yeah, I've kind of figured out their operating schedule and listening like on 44.980 thereabouts. But other than that, Bray, it's been good. Back to you, K5JM.
I didn't quite understand. Wait, say what?
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, WTWW is the shortwave station that plays oldies music that was in Tennessee, and now they're on Miami Radio International, and they broadcast on a couple frequencies, I think between like 5 and 10 p.m. Local time, and so I'm listening on 4.980. I don't know where that is. My VFO is off a little bit. I think that's about where they're centered on. So, yeah, give them a listen.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, yeah, we did. I remember now. Sorry, not quite in my head tonight. Yeah, it's a shame that they had to move frequencies there, WTWW guys. And it just seems like every year there's fewer and fewer things to listen to on shortwave, which is a shame. But hopefully, maybe one of these days that'll turn around. All right, man. Well, yeah, guys, go take a listen to Radio Miami International, RMI. They are still alive and kicking and strong as heck on shortwave, and WTWW has moved there and should still be kicking, which is good to hear. If for those of you who don't know, WTWW, we transmit worldwide. Well, I think that might have been the call sign of the old station. So I'm curious if the show is still called that. But it's a radio program run by ham radio operators, and so it's a lot of fun to listen to. They play a good mix of all kinds of genres and ages of music. And I'd like to throw in some ham radio chit-chat along the way, not to mention some commercials and stuff, which are prevalent. So if you have access to shortwave radio or an HF rig, if you're a general class or above and have an HF rig sitting on your desk, you can tune over there and find them. Sounds like they're somewhere around over, where'd you say that frequency was again, Sam?
Well, two of them. I think it kind of just depends on, between like the 5 o'clock hour versus the 10 o'clock hour, what comes in better. But I'm listening to them on 4.980, but they're also on 9.455. 9.455. You can usually hear them a little better earlier in the evening. K5JM, back to that.
All right, sir. Thanks for the heads up there. Appreciate it. And you have a great weekend, and we will catch in with you later. All right, guys, final call for short time check-ins for the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. We're going to finish up short timers here. If you don't have long, come now with your name and call sign. Short time check-ins only. All right. Nothing heard. I guess that wraps up the short timers for the week. Again, you are listening to the N508K Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Next on the agenda tonight would be the General Class License Pool Exam question. We'd like to ask this question every week so that those guys who are Technician Class licensees can hear those questions kind of on the fly, which I think helps sort of solidify the information so that when you go take the test, you never know where that you might have that sucked away in your memory bank back there just because you heard it tonight, and it might just be the one question you need to pass. So listen in and give it a shout. We're going to ask a question and ask for folks to give their guess, and so if you think you might have the answer, give it a shout. Even if you don't, even if you get it wrong, at least you'll learn, and that might just help you out anyway. So Tonight, Chad, Kilo Charlie 5 Alpha Juliet Echo was kind enough to volunteer to do that for us, so I'm going to hand it over to Chad. Chad, take it away if you're there.
Roger, thanks, Ray. This is Kilo Charlie 5 Alpha Juliet Echo Chad here in South Austin. I'm going to read a couple of questions. Both are related to antennas, and so I'll read the question first, obviously in the answer choices, and then for those that have just a technician license, I'll hand it over to you all first to have first stab at it, and after that we'll open it up to every other class of license, those who would like to participate. So the first question is, which of the following is a disadvantage of multiband antennas? Which of the following is a disadvantage of multiband antennas? Alpha, they present low impedance on all design frequencies. They present low impedance on all design frequencies. Bravo, they must be used with an antenna tuner. They must be used with an antenna tuner. Charlie, they must be fed with an open wire line. They must be fed with an open wire line. Or Delta, they have poor harmonic rejection. They have poor harmonic rejection. So those are the technician license. If you'd like to take a stab at it, come now with your name and call sign, please. All right, nothing heard. I guess we'll open it up to any class of license. Those that would like to participate, come now with your name and call sign.
BBS, put me down for the tuner answer. I think it was Bravo.
The Prez has Bravo. Anybody else?
This is Kilo Golf 5, Kilo Victor Juliet, KG5 KVJ. Put me down for Bravo as well.
Garrett also has Bravo. Anybody else?
KI5PZN, also for Bravo.
Ernesto has Bravo. Any other takers? Come now with your name and call sign, please.
BZI, Chad, what was A again, please?
Yes, sir. Alpha was they present low impedance on all design frequencies.
And then Bravo is a percent high impedance, right?
Bravo is they must be used with an antenna tuner. Charlie is they must be fed with an open wire line. And Delta is they have poor harmonic rejection.
Well, I didn't think Bravo would be right, but so I'm going to go with Alpha. No, Alpha's not right. I'm going to go with Delta.
AI5A.
Nothing heard. Really enjoyed that process of elimination, and Ray got himself to the right answer. The correct answer was Delta. So the question again was, which of the following is a disadvantage of multiband antennas? And the correct answer is Delta. They have poor harmonic rejection. All right, we're going to move on to the second question. And so the question reads, what is one disadvantage of a directly fed random wire HF antenna? I'll read that again. What is one disadvantage of a directly fed random wire HF antenna? Alpha, it must be longer than one wavelength. And I'll read alpha again. It must be longer than one wavelength. Bravo, you may experience RF burns when touching metal objects in your station. Bravo reads, you may experience RF burns when touching metal objects in your station. Charlie, it produces only vertically polarized radiation. Charlie, it produces only vertically polarized radiation. Delta, it is more effective on the lower HF bands than on the higher bands. Delta. I'll read Delta one more time. It's more effective on the lower HF bands than on the higher bands. Anybody who'd like to take a stab at it, come down with your name and call sign, please.
K5BZI. I'm going to go the RF burn one. I think that was Charlie.
Just to clarify, the RF burn was Bravo, and so I'm going to mark you down for Bravo. Anybody else?
You stole my answer, and he jumped ahead. You're not a technician, Ray. WZ5BBS, put me down for the RF burn.
Did he say technician? I missed it. Sorry, I'm just not all there tonight. Sorry. K5BZI.
Well, I handed it out for technicians on the first question, and there weren't any, so I just figured I'd go ahead and open it up to everybody.
KC3 NAG, Bravo.
Randy has Bravo. Anybody else?
KI5 PZN, Bravo.
Ernesto has Bravo. Any other takers? Right, nothing heard, and we got a clean sweep on this one. The answer was indeed Bravo. So what is one disadvantage of a directly fed random wire HF antenna? And the answer was Bravo. You may experience RF burns when touching metal objects in your station. Thank you all for playing. This is KC5AJE, and again, the name is Chad, and I'm going to hand it back over to Net Control.
All right, Chad, appreciate that. And I don't know, do you have the tool that gives you the explanation for that last one?
I do. It says, unless you use a remote-mounted automatic antenna tuner, the random wire antenna can put a lot of RF feedback in your station.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think it has a lot to do with the tuner, and so, we'll actually probably have a random wire in-fed antenna at Field Day coming up here in a few weeks. I'm going to be bringing my Signal Core BC348 receiver out there, and I'll likely be hooking it up to KB5MPJ's random long wire, so you guys will see that in action. He actually has a really good antenna tuner, and when you use that to tune the antenna to the frequencies that you're going to be using, it helps to prevent those spurious emissions in the shack. So, yeah, you got to keep an eye on those. When the antenna's not tuned, you get an awful lot of RF power being potentially fed back into the shack, so watch out for that. All right, sir, well, thank you very much, and those were good questions, and we appreciate you jumping in with the questions tonight. Let me remind you guys, you are in fact listening to the N5OAK Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. My name is Ray, call sign K5BZI, along with Chad KC5 Alpha Juliet Echo and Ernesto KI5PZN, who has tonight our news articles. Ernesto, take it away, my friend.
All right, this is KI5PZN. With tonight's questions. This is from the Amateur Radio Newsline Report 2359 for Friday, January the 13th of 2023. So I'm bringing you guys news for tomorrow. I wish this will include the winning lottery numbers for tomorrow. All right, well, let me do this. All right, let me reset. Indonesian satellite is nation's first by students. An achievement by Indonesian students is being celebrated as first for that nation. Congratulations to the students of Surya University in Indonesia in following the deployment of their first satellite from the International Space Station. Known as SS-1 for Surya Satellite 1, the CubeSat was sent into space on its own successfully on Friday, January the 6th. SS-1 is also Indonesia's first student-built satellite. The university undergraduates undertook the project with the support of the United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs, which recognized it in a design competition in 2018. That achievement awarded is the chance to be deployed from the ISS. The CubeSat's mission is to test communications between automatic package reporting systems, payload, and the ground using the amateur frequency 145.825 megahertz. The university students were inspired to undertake the project after seeing a presentation on the amateur radio by the Indonesian radio amateur organization known as ORARI, O-R-A-R-I. And also from the Amateur Radio Newsline report, we have the ACC's eyes on 5 gigahertz band for aerial vehicles. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. In the U.S., the FCC is taking yet another look at the spectrum allocation, this time at the 5 gigahertz band. A portion of the 5 gigahertz spectrum could become available to unmanned aerial vehicles such as drones under the proposal being considered by the U.S. Federal Communications Commission. FCC Chairwoman Jessica Rosenworcel, I can't pronounce that either, issued a statement saying that an assessment of the spectrum resources dedicated to remote pilot aircraft was long overdue. The FCC is studying the range between 5.03 gigahertz and 5.091 gigahertz frequency that are below the range typically used in the U.S. and other countries for other lower power, unlicensed wireless devices. Alright, so those unlicensed wireless devices are using the frequencies at 5.115 gigahertz. In the U.S., the FCC limits the maximum channel width used by unlicensed devices to prevent interference with users on the licensed portion of the spectrum. The frequencies being looked at by the FCC are not within the amateur band between 5.65 and 5.85 gigahertz. So they're not messing with our bands so far. The agency is seeking input on the proposal, which takes on added importance as the commercial use of drones continues to surge in the United States. The chairwoman said that the FCC also acknowledged that unmanned aircraft are also vital to first responders and in disaster recovery and wildfire situations. She said that the proposal was developed with input from the National Telecommunication and Information Administration and the Federal Aviation Administration. And that's it for tonight's news. They were pretty short here, but that's what we got for tonight. So this is KI5PZN, and back to Net Control.
All right, Ernesto. And for those of you who joined us late, no, you did not accidentally tune into Radio Havana, Cuba's Newsline. Man, I've been waiting on that joke for a while. Thank you, Ernesto, for doing the news tonight. All right. Any questions or comments about the news tonight? Come now to name and call sign. Speaking of shortwave, you can, by the way, hear Radio Havana, Cuba very clearly pretty much every night on shortwave. And it's not too far off typically from Radio Miami, so go fire up those shortwave radios, you know you have them. All right, again, you're listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club's Thursday Night Net. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. on this here frequency, and all of those connected to us. And you can find out who those are by going to our website at n508k.org and clicking on the All-Star Node tab. Let's see what else. We're going to do a couple of segments here, and then we're going to get into our regular check-ins portion. So if you join us late, be sure to hang tight for the regular check-ins portion of our net, which is the open forum. You'll be glad you did. There's a lot to learn and a lot of entertaining topics that get brought up every week here. Again, my name is Ray, call sign K5BZI. I am your net controller. It is a controlled net, meaning all stations should refrain from transmitting until designated check-in or comment times. And we are at the point in the agenda where we go check in with Jeffrey to find out what's been going on with the Foxes as of late. And let's see, Jeffrey, are you out there with us? KI5MVF.
KI5MVF here. Thanks for running the net, Ray. Yeah, we've got some good fox hunt updates. It's been a busy year of fox hunting already. This past weekend, Paul, KA5SCU, and Ernesto, KI5PZN, both hosted separate foxes. I was lucky enough to hunt both, and we'll give a special congratulations to Georgine, KF5KLJ, and John and Diane, KE5RS, who found Paul's fox in addition to myself. And on Ernesto's fox, we'll give a congratulations to Paul, KA5SCU, Georgine, KF5KLJ. We've got myself and Ashley, KI5MVF, and then Doug and Trina, KG5UNK. Both of these foxes were kind of up in North Austin, and we could describe it as the way Rusty described it this past weekend. We called it amateur hour. It was definitely an interesting set of hunts. One battery died, one antenna was up in a quickly fashioned way due to some missing parts. But if you got out and hunted, I hope that you had fun anyways. Definitely got to see some different parts of town, and always enjoy a good challenge. We've got some upcoming fox hunts this coming weekend. One hosted by the great Sky and 5LX. He's got one starting tomorrow at 5 p.m. That is Friday at 5 p.m. It'll be running through Sunday at 6 p.m. It's on the typical frequency of 146.565. It'll be located pretty well in the Oak Hill area, at least the center of his circle. It's about right where the repeater's at, I think. Maybe a little bit further north than that. But southwest Austin, no less. He's written quite a poem, I think you could call it that, as his hint. He's been having some fun with his hints lately, and I look forward to trying to decipher this poem later as a hint. And then I will be hosting a fox this weekend as well. I will be hiding Ernesto, KI5PZN transmitter. I haven't yet decided where it's going. I've got a good idea. We'll see what happens. And it should be deploying tomorrow by 6 p.m. Again, Friday, 6 p.m. And then I tend to not leave the house on Sunday evenings, so it'll probably be running until Monday around 11 o'clock when I break for an early lunch. So, plenty of opportunities out there already this month to do some fox hunting. If you have any questions, I highly recommend joining our Discord page and finding the Fox Hunt channel. lots of discussion there, always. And if you're not a part of the Discord, I highly recommend going to our website, in5oak.org. We've got a whole page there dedicated to fox hunting. And I've been sitting here for about 10 minutes watching all of the, probably 100 photos scroll by that Rusty's uploaded there. And even if you've gone on some of these hunts, it's fun to watch and scroll by and remember old hunts, and there's some information there and a spot to sign up. So I highly recommend it if you are interested in fox hunting. Again, thank you for running the net, Ray. I'll send it back to you, as well as KI5MVS.
Alrighty, sir. Good stuff as always. Appreciate you chiming in with it. And, yeah, you guys get out there and do some fox hunting. It's a lot of fun. And I think, even if there's issues with the radios, the transmitters, it makes it even that more challenging. And you can be even that more accomplished than that you found it, not knowing that there had been issues. Congratulations to those who found them last weekend, even though there were issues. All right, well, let's see. Next on the agenda is our good friend and President Rusty, WZ5BBS, who not only hosts our weekly Friday night trivia net, but is also our club president and social events coordinator extraordinaire. So I'm going to hand it over to him. Rusty, WZ5BBS, what do you got for us this week, man?
All right, so we got to go back to the Fox News for a little bit. I got screwed twice on the Foxes last weekend. Ernesto and I drove all over Williamson County and pretty much came up to the fact that Paul's was dead. So we gave up on that and came home. And I wasn't home for about 5 minutes. And Philip texted me and was like, hey, let's go fox hunt. So I'm like, all right. So he got to the house. He'd been hunting for Paul's, and we kind of compared maps, and we were like, all right, well, that was out. So we went to try to find Ernesto's. We drove all over, couldn't find Ernesto's. So PZN, I know you've got that ARL antenna book. I highly recommend you read it. Your fox was impossible. Neither one of us. We were on the corner of the same block and didn't even hear it. So the fox hunts last week were fun, but a giant pain in the butt. And it's the first time I didn't even get a whiff, not even a whiff. Usually you drive yourself crazy trying to find them, but I got nothing. All that being said, I know Jeffrey found it, Ernesto. That doesn't count. That was really Ashley. Ashley's the smart one over there. For all our new members, we have an Oak Hill Friday night trivia night right here every Friday at 9 p.m. And we would love to see you. We had 51 players last week, which was definitely a barn burner. It was also a Okies versus Roadies, so we had both the clubs pitted against each other. Kent, KI5RBT, came back in the number 1 spot. Norman, N5ZOT, came in second. And Philip, AC5G, coming in third. As far as who won Okies versus the Roadies, man, the Okies have won 3-0. 3-0. They won 907 to 672. So for those of you that don't know, the first Friday of every month we do a versus, and it's used to be North versus South, but we've got a good group in the Crossroads Ham Radio Club. They've been linking up every Friday, so we've turned it into the Oak Hill Club versus the Crossroads Club, and it's turned into be a whole lot of fun. We also have a lot of Crossroads people on our Discord out of that as well. So good, congratulations to the Oak Hill team, and good luck next time for our Crossroads fans. So the elimination round was pretty tricky. Nobody got past question 1. KI5YIT Andy, KI5NLC Leonard, N5LX Sky, and K5VEY Covey. They were the only ones to get the first question right. Second question just nailed everybody. So we're gonna try and make it a little easier maybe for next Friday, but we'll see. The player rankings have been completely reset. That being said, Kent, KI5RBT, guess what? He is still in the number 1 spot. Norman, N5ZOT is in the number 2 spot, and Philip, AC5G, in the number 3 spot. That's overall player rankings for the year. The player rankings are going to start changing a whole lot throughout every game because we're going to be adding points. I have a feeling Kent's going to stay at the top, but, you know, you never know, right? And anybody can play. All you need is a smartphone, a tablet, or a computer. The bingo starts at 8:30, so you got something to do while you're waiting for the net to begin. To check out player rankings, net stats, net logs, any information you would like to know about the Friday Night Trivia Net, head over to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. So as far as official club business, we want to say happy birthday to Sean, W5SMS. Today is Sean's birthday. I haven't heard Sean on the repeater in a while, but man, I miss him. So happy birthday, Sean. We got to remind everybody the next club meeting is Saturday, January 21st at the Austin Public Library at the Hawson branch. Check the website or the meeting channel for all the good bits. Dan Quigley, N7HQ from Flex Radio, will be joining us at the meeting. He'll be talking about Flex Radios, doing a show and tell, answering any questions that you have. So come and enjoy some fun time at our next quarterly club meeting. I have decided to start a raffle, and you know, like we all have stuff around our shack that we're never going to use, that we're not going to need, that we know projects that we haven't finished, but nobody wants to throw any of that away. It's just like, well, I don't want to throw it away. You know, I want it to go to a good home. This is exactly what the raffle is for. George, K5TR, stopped by the house today. He donated all kinds of fun stuff. Go look at the meeting channel. There's the pictures. I've got radios. I've got attenuators. I've got antennas. I have power supplies. Like, you name it. George has brought some really fun stuff, and thank you, George, K5TR, for making that happen. If y'all have extra stuff around your shack, bring it to the meeting. The fun part about the raffle is that you have to take it home. So everybody's going to get a ticket, and we're going to raffle off stuff, and it's going to be first come, first serve. And so come and see what all you can bring and what all you want to take home. It's going to be a good way to reposition stuff amongst the club, and then maybe your old project will, you know, get some wings and actually become something. I think we have, we got 4 new members since last Thursday. We got Rob, W5ADB. We got another Rob, K9LZY. Alexander, KD5AJZ. And Chris, KI5UYD. We got them, so if you hear them on the repeater or see them in the Discord, make sure that you say hi to them. Like Jeffrey said, we got 2 Foxes going this weekend. We got the N5LX Fox with, it's got a whole page of stuff of hints. I love that Sky, man. Keep that up. And then Jeffrey, hopefully you do a better job at playing with that antenna than Ernesto did. So 2 Fox hunts this weekend. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. Don't forget the DMR repeater. It's still kicking, even though none of y'all use it. It's got nets on it every night. We got to make that thing do something. The easiest way to stay up to date and learn about everything that the club is up to is by subscribing to the official club calendar, and you can do that over at n5oak.org. The birthday thing, go ahead and you can add your birthday too, just like Sean did. Sean's on the birthday calendar, so go tell us what your birthday is, and we'll put it over there. That way we can wish you happy birthday. That's all I got, Ray. Thanks for running the net. We'll send it back to you. K5VZI, WZ5BBS, back to net control.
Okie dokie, sir. Good stuff. Thank you so much for sharing. And let me just add to the list there. Let's not forget, everybody, that we've got Field Day coming up. Winter Field Day is coming up the last weekend of this month, and it's a good time had by all. If you would like to join us for Winter Field Day, you can do so, first of all, by joining us on Discord if you haven't already. You can click the big purple button on our website at n5oak.org and tonight's a good night to do that, actually. If you want to join Discord, by the way, if you don't know what it is, it's an online chat client that we use to keep in touch when we're not on the radio. And you need admin approval to join us. And tonight's a good night because most of the admins are on the air with us tonight. So go jump on our Discord. Go jump on the big purple button if you haven't done it already on our website. And odds are you'll get approved pretty quick. But I jumped into that because I was talking about Winter Field Day. Winter Field Day is coming up the last weekend of this month. We're going to have it out at Fred Place. Alpha Bravo 5 Charlie Alpha has been generous enough to give us his spot again for this year. And that, if you don't know, is between San Marcos and Lockhart, out off of 80, 81. I can never remember which one it is. But anyway, it's between San Marcos and Lockhart. If you live downtown, it's about an hour drive. If you live south, it's about 30 minutes, maybe 40 to get there. And it's a great spot, lots of room, and we like to get out there on Friday night. The event, Field Day, starts officially at 1 p.m. on Sunday and goes 24 hours till 1 p.m. I'm sorry, I said 1 p.m. Sunday. 1 p.m. Saturday is when it starts and goes 24 hours till 1 p.m. on Sunday. But we like to get out there on Friday night, just because we can. I'll have a party can dropped out there on Friday afternoon. We like to camp out Friday night, and of course it's a big camping out and hanging out thing Saturday, and radio, and of course all night long, 24 hours. RVs are welcome. There is no electricity, no mains, but Garrett, KG5, holy crap, Garrett, I can't think of your call sign, is going to have his big government generator out there this year, which will be pretty cool. I've got a gas-powered generator. I'll have it with me as well, and many others who are used to the field day thing will have generators as well. So, if you'd like to come, you can stay in a tent, you can stay in an RV, you can even sleep in your car. It's been done. My point is any and all are welcome. We just ask that if you want to bring a station, that you, in fact, go to the Field Day channel on our Discord and sign up on the spreadsheet that is pinned to the Discord channel. Every channel has an option to pin a document. And if you go to the Field Day channel on Discord, there is a pin there for the Field Day spreadsheet. So KG5KVJ will be out there, thank you, Ernesto, with his generator. But it'd be nice so that we'll know. If you'd like to bring a station, you need to let us know because we need to. That takes a little arranging. So that's Winter Field Day, last weekend of this year. Let's see. Rusty mentioned the meeting coming up, and I just wanted to remind everybody that the club will be doing testing at the end of the meetings. The first session will be at the April meeting, and we're in the process of getting those kinks sorted out and looking for VEs to help administer those tests. If you go look at the announcements channel on our Discord page, you can see a nice picture of our next potential upcoming class of testees. Nice, young, college-educated looking professionals there. If you'd like to be a member of those good-looking folks that are testing, obviously, in that picture, they're obviously testing for their ham radio license. If you want to be like those cool kids in the picture, come join us at our April meeting and come test for your license or upgrade or all those. So, but especially, if you'd like to help administer the test, we could use some VEs. So follow the Rusty and the group on that if you'd like to VE for that. And that's announcements from me. I will now open the floor up to see if anybody else has any other announcements for the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. Anybody have any announcements? Come to your name and call sign. Okay, nothing heard. Like I say, let us know if you want to come to Field Day. Right now is kind of crunch time. That's why I keep bringing it up for Field Day. We only have a couple weeks, and we need to organize power and stations and facilities and all those things. So if you're interested in coming out, and by the way, Field Day is an open event where, in other words, we all operate under the club call, which means that everybody is an extra for the weekend. And one of the main purposes of Field Day, both summer and winter, is to encourage folks who are not amateur radio operators to be exposed to the hobby and pique their interest in that. So even if you don't want to come out for the weekend for camping, feel free to come out for a day trip and bring your friends and family and neighbors and anybody you think might be interested in technology, and have them come out and just hang out with us. It's a good time, and kids are welcome, pets are welcome. It's a good time for everyone. So Winterfield Day, this coming final weekend of January. All right, you are listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. Every Thursday night here at 8 p.m. is where we are, and yeah, we've gotten through all the cool stuff, and now it's time to get into the fun stuff. Time for regular check-ins. The Thursday Night Net is a social net with the purpose of getting a great group of radio operators together to share ideas, share knowledge, ask questions, brag about a new topic or a new radio or a new project you've been working on, maybe brag about an upgrade you've just accomplished. All those things are open and advisable topics for Thursday nights, and any of the amateur radio operators are welcome to join us on Thursday nights. You do not have to be a club member. If you would like to follow along with check-ins, you can do so by downloading a free piece of software called NetLogger. You can find that at netlogger.org, and just click the big blue button that says Select Net and choose OHARC Thursday Night Net, whereby you can follow along as I check folks in. Also, if you'd like to join Check as well as a couple others, you can do so by going to our video channel on Discord. There is a Thursday Night Net video channel. I'm live streaming right meow. My gorgeous mug and a couple other equally gorgeous mugs are represented on the video stream. So definitely come by and check us out and see if you can keep up with all the good looks on the Thursday Night Net video stream. See if you can outdo Anderson's pile of boxes. All right, let's see. All right, without further ado, if you'd like to check in tonight, come with your name and call sign, please.
This is
K5 Tango Radio.
All right, net recognizes KF5DPX, even though I typed it in wrong. KF5DPX, short time, no traffic, even though he might check in later, as well as George let's see, K5 Tango X-Ray is on the log. Anybody else?
WZ5 VBS.
KI5PZN.
This is JF5 and OK. Anderson.
This is KN4LRA, short time, no traffic. Good evening.
All right, that last station, what is it? KI5LRH? KI5LRH?
Hey, this is Kilo November 4, Lima Romeo Alpha, Matthew, short time.
I'm sorry, give me the call sign one more time.
Let's see if you can hear me better on the 775. This is Kilo November 4, Lima Romeo Alpha, KN4LRA, Matthew, short time.
Yeah, that was way better, Matthew. Appreciate that. All right, guys, we're open for check-ins tonight. Anybody else have a check-in for tonight? Come with your name and call sign, please.
This is Kilo India 5, Zulu India Bravo, Brandon from South Austin.
Brandon, first letter of your suffix. I got Kilo India 5. Yeah, just give me the suffix again, please.
Zulu India Bravo.
Okay, Zebra India Bravo, got it. Anybody else want to check in tonight?
This is KI5KAC, Stephen, North Austin.
Got the Catman. Anybody else? All right. Well, net recognizes KF5 DPX. That's Chris. He checked in short time, no traffic. Might be back later on. Thanks for checking in, Chris. Sound like you're mobiling. And Serge, go ahead, man. How are you? W5TX.
K5BZI in the net, K5 Tango radio. Hello, everybody. I don't know if I have much to report. Just checking in. Just pulled into the driveway, so probably won't be around too much longer. And the only thing I can say is that the North American QSO party on CW is this weekend, and that's a fun little contest. It goes for 12 hours, so you might want to check that out. And the sideband version of that is the following weekend, the weekend of the club meeting, which is also the weekend of the VHF contest as well. Other than that, that's pretty quiet. K5BZI on the net, K5TR.
All right, yeah, appreciate you letting us know about that contest this weekend. K5TR, I've got you right in the log, man. Allergies have been tearing me up this weekend. I just can't seem to get call signs straight tonight for some reason. But anyway, we got you in there just right. Thanks for letting us know about the contest, and sounded good from your driveway. I know there's a little dead spot in the neighborhood, but when you get in the driveway, you always sound great. All right, guys, we got George here with us this weekend. K5TR, if anyone would like to say hi to him, come now with your name and call sign. All right, nothing heard. Well, have a great weekend, George. We'll catch you next time, and on down the log. Next on my list is Rusty, WZ5BBS, checking in the first round. That's a first, no pun intended. What's up, man?
Man, it was crickets on the repeater. I didn't think we were going to have anybody here, so I figured I might as well throw it out there. Yeah, man, it's been a busy week. Like you said, we're looking for VEs. If you got an extra class license and you want to be a VE, it's an open book test. It's super easy, and I've got it on the announcements. You can go to the ARRL and get your VE. You can do it at the house and then send it to them. You get this great little lanyard with your thing, and it's all laminated and official. So we are looking for VEs. If you're out there and you want to come help, testing is starting in April. We are still getting everything in line and figuring stuff out. So April is coming quicker than I have a feeling we're ready for. But, you know, we did 29 people. We got 29 people at the last testing session, last week? It was kind of a cluster, but we managed and made it happen. So Philip, AC5G, is kind of spearheading our whole testing thing. So if you have any questions, or if you got anything that you want to talk about as far as being a VE or getting set up to help us or do anything, contact Philip, AC5G. He's over in the Discord, and he'll be more than happy to chat with you about that. So I forgot to announce that the UT Club and the Oak Club, we've got our net controllers together, and so we're going to kind of help out the UT Club whenever they need help on covering the Wednesday night net. Our net controllers are going to step in, and vice versa. You might hear some new people, especially maybe Matthew, KN4LRA, will be running a Thursday night net every so often. But I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm really glad that we can make this happen. So thanks to all the UT guys for helping us out, and we look forward to, helping y'all run the Wednesday night net. So that's about all I got, man. I'm looking forward to the weekend and maybe getting a Fox. So, yeah, there's that. WZ5BBS, back to net control.
Yeah, man, that coordination with the UT group is super cool. I'm so glad that we've initiated that. They're a great group of guys over there, and we're a great group of guys over here. So, hey, two great minds, right? So I appreciate you spearheading that. I think that was a really good move, and I'm really looking forward to working with those guys. All right, guys, we got Rusty here, WZ5BBS, as per usual, came in with a mouthful. So if anyone's got anything for him, come with your name and call sign, please.
PZN.
Go ahead, Ernesto.
Hey, Rusty, the usual question whenever there is a fox hunting in the horizon. We're going to see you on Saturday morning for breakfast at Waterloo.
Man, you and the early breakfast. All right, I'll be there. Old man breakfast. If y'all want to meet the fun people at the Austin Ham Radio Club, they meet up every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. And man, they're waiting. There's a line of people waiting for the door to open. It is priceless. So if you're not too hungover and still feel like you're legal to drive, show up at Waterloo on Burnett up by 183, 8 a.m. It's old man breakfast. You'll never feel more young and pretty, just like that boy in our testing photo. So yeah, come show them what you got, and come have some early breakfast. Yes, I will be there, and then we'll go find this fox if they're better at putting antennas up than you are.
All right. Well, now we know when to go hang out with the fun people at the Austin Club. All right. Anybody else have anything for Rusty tonight? K5 or WZ5 BBS is here.
Whiskey 5 India Tango Zulu W5 ITZ.
Yeah, go ahead, jump on in there, ITZ.
Yeah, well, good evening, folks. I was just wondering, had a question for Rusty. So, Rusty, what is the email address to submit your own questions and answers for a Trivia Net round? Yep, that's the one that I have. Thanks, guys. W5ITZ.
Hey, Billy asked you what kind of topic you were looking to contribute to there.
Well, I figured we'd keep that part a surprise. If I could contribute my own questions and answers and keep it a surprise to everyone else, I might have an opportunity to score in a round.
Yeah, roger that. All right, sir. Anybody else got anything for Rusty tonight? WZ5 BBS is here. All right, well, bunch of dead air there. Well, thank you, Rusty, for chiming in, and good to hear from you as always, and enjoy your breakfast, because that is just way too early in the morning for this guy. So we'll catch you next time around. Have a great weekend. Next on my list is Ernesto, Kilo India 5 Papa Zulu November, from over there on just barely east side of Austin. What's going on, Ernesto?
This is Cat5PZN. Hey, Ray, thanks for running the net, and hello to everybody listening and participating. Let's see, last weekend, yeah, we had those fox hunting shenanigans. It was fun. It was fun. We always have a good time. It's, it's all about getting out there and enjoying the day while driving around, being knuckleheads. So that was fun, and the testing was pretty impressive. I mean, we had a line that went around the building, and I was really surprised to see so many young people getting licensed. That's something that I was not expecting. So that was pretty cool again, and so many new people coming into this hobby. You will think that that would be happening, but yeah, they're coming in by the bunches. So that was pretty neat. I'm gonna let reset. And let's see, the fox. Well, I have the fox ready to go. Jeffrey's gonna be using it this weekend. I put everything in there, including the little weight that I forgot to take with me last time, and that's why I have to do a half-hiney job with the antenna. Because that's a little weight that Rusty gave me to use to deploy the antenna, but the very first time I used it, it landed on the pile of, big steamy turd, so I had to bag it and take it home and wash it, and that was the thing, I forgot about it. But anyways, I think That's about it. And work's just been extremely busy, so no time for radio during the day, but we'll get there at some point. That's about it. Thanks again for running the net, Ray. And yeah, back to you. This is KI5PZN.
All right, man. All right, sounds good. Well, yeah, get that stuff cleaned up, buddy. That ain't fun. Talk about bad luck. Well, cool. Well, let's see if anyone else out there has anything for you tonight, Ernesto. KI5PZN is here. Y'all jump in and say hi to him if you'd like to. All right, another herd. Well, have a great weekend, man. And good luck this weekend on the Fox Hunt, and we'll catch you at field day, if not sooner. Don't forget, guys, who you're listening to. This is the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. Call sign N508K. We're here every Thursday night. We're in the middle of regular check-ins, and my name is Ray. Call sign K5BZI. I will do another call for another round of check-ins here in just a few. I've got about 4 more folks on my list here that need to check in, and then we'll do another round. So hang tight if you haven't checked in yet. We'd love to hear from you. You don't have to be a club member. We just ask that you are, in fact, a licensed amateur radio operator. And we have another licensed amateur radio operator, just barely, coming up next, and that's KI5NLK. Anderson. What's going on, buddy?
Hey Ray, KI5NLK here. Not a ton going on, just standard week stuff. Talking on the repeater in the afternoons and enjoying Rusty and others' company. I got me one of them little VR headsets, so I've been kind of preoccupied dorking around with all that junk, but there's always radio to be had.
Yeah, I love how, so guys, if you'd like to join us in the shack, I am live streaming on the Discord video channel. You don't have to share your own video. You can just come and hang out if you like. So you can join me in the shack. And Anderson is also there. And I love Anderson's video. He's got a stack of boxes behind him with his call sign written on it. So it makes it look like he's been buying all kinds of cool radio gear because he's got stacks of boxes with KI5NLK written on them. So next time you get a chance to talk to Anderson, ask him about all the cool radio gear he's been buying. I'd love to hear about all the money his wife's been letting me spend on radio gear. Must be nice. Tell us about that, Anderson.
Well, it's shocking actually. All this stuff that shows up, it's all free. They just ship it to me. I don't actually pay for any of it if my wife asks.
Oh man, I like that scenario. I think my wife's got me on that kind of rope. I get you. Cool, man. Well, let's see if anyone has anything for you. Guys, Anderson's here, KI5NLK. By the way, he just teased us about a VR headset. He got that VR headset to play Flight Simulator, so I'm super jealous because I'm a Flight Sim nerd too. I love that game, and oh man, it must be super cool. So if anyone's got anything for him or have any questions or comments about the game, give us a call. KI5NLK Anderson's here with you. I think we might have out-nerded everybody there, Anderson, with the Flight Sim game stuff. All right, well, that's an accomplishment. So we'll let you go and play. Maybe you'll check in a little later on. All right, next on my list was Matthew, KN4LRA. He checked in no traffic. Thank you, sir, for checking in. Have a great weekend. And after him is, looks like our newest club member, our newest Discord member, just joined us on the Discords there, and it looks like potentially, no, that's Matthew who just joined us on video. But we've got Brandon up next. Kilo India 5, Zebra India Bravo, Zulu India Bravo. Man, we got to come up with a name for that one. What's going on? Congratulations on the new call.
Hey everyone, this is KI5ZIB. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me. Hopefully I come through all right. I'm working on getting a base station set up so I'll sound a little bit better and hopefully can make it to some of your in-person events. Yeah, that's about it. Happy to be here.
Well, it looks like you're in the force. I'm curious what part of Austin are you coming to us from, and give us a little idea of what kind of radio you're working with now.
I'm off South Lamar, Barton Hills area, and this is a Baofeng DF F8 HD handheld with a whip antenna on it.
All right, well, you're coming in. You're a little scratchy, but you're making it in just fine. We got everything you're saying, so you're doing good. And in case you don't already know, there is a simplex, 2-meter simplex night that happens every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on 146.555. We call it Southside Simplex because it started off with a bunch of Southies, myself included. I'm down here off of Slaughter, not too terribly far from you, Slaughter and Westgate. And feel free to check in with us on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. if you can. You probably won't get out very well on the Baofeng, but you'll definitely be able to hear us, and someone will hear you, and we can relay for you if you want. So if you're feeling up to it, by all means, come join us on Simplex on 146.555 on Tuesday night. All right, guys, we got Brandon here. KI5ZIB is with us. If anyone's got anything for him, come now with your name and call sign, please. And by the way, hello there, Matthew.
KI5MVS.
Yeah, go ahead, Jeffrey.
Yeah, just going to say hi and welcome to Brandon, KI5CIB. This is Jeffrey, KI5MVS here. Recommendations on a base station is just about any 2-meter mobile radio you can get your hands on. Come across them for sale pretty often on Basic Marketplace or Craigslist for about $100. And it's a great way to get started, especially if you're interested in joining, like Ray said, Southside Simplex. Did all of my radioing from one of those in a Baofeng for about a year, and had a lot of fun with it. And hope to see you at some of the in-person events as well. Back to you.
Cool. Thank you for the recommendation.
All right, thanks for jumping in there, Jeffrey. Anybody else have anything for Brandon tonight? We got a new ham with us, guys. KI5ZIB.
BBS.
Go ahead, Rusty.
Hey, Brandon, welcome to the club. Yeah, we do quarterly meetings, and our next quarterly meeting is the end of this month. So we would love to see you there. Plus, we got all kinds of fun stuff. Go check out the social meetups channel, and then go check out the calendar on the web. That'll give you all of our nets and all the things coming up. It's got the meetings and everything in there. So looks like you found the website because you found the Discord. So welcome to the club, man, and let us know how we can help you. WZ5VBS.
Good deal. Yeah, thanks, Rusty. I'll be out of town at the end of this month, but I can hopefully make it to the next one. KI5ZIB.
Alrighty, well, it's a shame. It sounds like you're going to be out of town and not around for Winterfield Day. That's a shame because you definitely would have a good time hanging out with us. Alright, guys, we got KI5 Zebra in Boots with us tonight. Anybody want to come say hi to him? Come now, please.
KI5 PZN.
Go ahead, sir.
Hey, Brandon, just want to say hi, and again, welcome to the club. This is Ernesto. I just, talked to you on Discord. But yeah, man, it's a really fun club. There is a net almost every night. There's always something happening. We get together a lot. The club does all kinds of stuff all the time for us to get together, but we also, whenever there's a chance, we get together like for lunch here and there, a bunch of us. So we usually, discuss all the things on Discord, but and sometimes on the repeater, but yeah, there's usually traffic, so good to have you, man, and welcome again to the ham radio. This is KI5 PZN, back to net.
All right. Thanks for the good word there, Ernesto. And let's see, anybody else? Before we let him go tonight, Brandon's here, guys, new ham with us. Kilo India 5 ZIB, Zebra in Boots. Anybody want to say hi to the Texas Zebra? All right, Brandon, nothing else there. Thanks again for joining us, man, and we're looking forward to having some FaceTime with you here eventually, and in the meantime, we hope to hear you on the repeater often and often. And catch you later, have a good weekend, and have safe travels wherever it is your head's out at the end of the month here. All right, next on my list is Steven, KI5KAT, been on since I talked to you, man. I hope you're doing all right. You're coming in a little scratchy when you checked in, but we can hear you just fine. How you doing out there, KAT?
Does this sound any better?
Yeah, it's a little better, yeah.
I'm doing fine. I've just been getting stuff taken care of, you know, taking care of the family, all that kind of stuff. Radio's kind of taking a back seat, but, you know, that happens. You know, finally got everything hooked back up, so looking good. KI5KAT.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. It's a hobby after all, and, you know, personal life definitely takes precedence over it, so I'm glad to hear you're getting family stuff taken care of. Someone's got to do those, you know. I think, honestly, in my case, it's been my sister. But, nah. Well, I appreciate her for that. But anyway, glad to hear you back on the air, man. We've always good to hear you. We think you might see you out at field day again this year?
Oh, I've already signed up to bring a station, so I'm bringing my radio and I'm bringing a couple friends, so, yeah, I'll be there.
That's right, that's right. Yeah, I've got a little cedar fever in the brain tonight, so I'm not clicking on all cylinders. So that's right, you did sign up, and I did see that. So yeah, looking forward to seeing you and your friends. So cool, man. Well, thanks for checking in tonight. Let's see if anyone's got anything for you out there, guys. We got Steven with us. KI5KAT is here. If you'd like to say hi, jump in now, please. All right, another herd, man. Well, have a great weekend, and we will see you out at the field day tonight. If I don't talk to you before then, take care of yourself, and we'll see you then. All right, guys, that was the end of my first round check-ins for regular check-ins tonight. Let me remind you, you're listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. My name is Ray, call sign K5BZI. The club call sign is N50AK. This is a controlled net, meaning that stations should refrain from transmitting until designated check-in or comment times. We do accept check-ins and, in fact, encourage check-ins from any and all licensed amateur radio operators, especially those who are new to the hobby or new to the area. You just have to have a valid call sign. We'd love to hear from you. And with that, I'm going to open it up one more time for check-ins. If you'd like to check in tonight, please do. Come now with your name and call sign. Goodness, I've got 18 people on my list. Surely there's somebody else out there tonight. Anybody else want to check in tonight? Don't be shy. Come and check in with your name and call sign now, please.
This is KI5MVS.
Jeffrey, making me sweat it till the very end. I want to call on you now, man. What's going on, Jeffrey?
To be honest, I was distracted by some Discord DMs, and I was like, well, I'm either going to talk to Steven, or I'm checking in dead last. But last thing I wanted to do was not check in. Work's been crazy. Hopefully I get this weekend actually off. And I was home at a reasonable hour today. Bought a new radio yesterday. I bought a little Alinco DJ S41. I have its matching radio, the DJ S11. The one that I just bought is a UHF little handheld radio. Puts out, I think, less than a watt, definitely less than 5 watts. Runs off of 3 AA batteries, and I think it's going to be an amazing little crossband repeat handheld for going into like this Kenwood that I'm talking into currently. Maybe you'll see it out at field day if I set up the crossband repeater out there. I've not been doing a whole lot radio-wise. I definitely haven't done HF in a long time. I got halfway through building my Go box, and then work got crazy, and so my Go box has the face put on it, and there's no power on it. It's just everything set in there for the last 2 months, which is kind of sad. But I am hoping to make a Hail Mary and get it back together and have it out at Winter Field Day. I missed Winter Field Day last year, and fingers crossed, works
work lets me make it out there this year, because, man, it's always such a good time. Camping, fire, food, radio. It'll be the 2-year anniversary of me joining the club. Actually, probably closer to today. It's probably closer to the 2-year anniversary of me joining the club. Otherwise, outside of work and wishing I could do more radio stuff, not a whole lot. Thanks again for running the net.
Yeah, absolutely, Jeffrey. Well, thanks for checking in, man. We're looking forward to that. Sounds like we might have crossband scene out at Field Day, which is pretty cool. And looking forward to any and all your other little projects you're going to bring out and share with us. So that's good stuff. And glad to hear you're going to make it out there. That's cool. All right, guys, we got Jeffrey here, KI5MVF. Anyone wants to come in and say hi? Okay, nothing heard. Well, thanks for checking in, Jeffrey. We're looking forward to seeing you out at Field Day, man. Hopefully, like you, I've got a couple of projects I'd like to get done before Field Day. I'd like to get that old military transmitter working, and I'm close, man. I've got a little bit of grid current going, so hopefully I just feel like I'm missing one thing, like one bad capacitor or something to get that daggum thing working. But I'll definitely have the receiver out there, and it's working great, sitting right here next to me, just working like a champ. So that'll be fun anyway. So anyway, man, see you out there. And in the meantime, have a great weekend, and thanks for all the fox hunt work you do, and we'll catch you later. All right, anybody else want to check into the night's net before we shut her down? You're listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. Come now with your check-in, please.
This is W5KEX.
Lance, what's going on, buddy? What you been up to?
Good evening, Ray, and everybody on the net. Sorry to hear you're hurting on that cedar. My wife is just about incapacitated as well with this, man. Man, it's been a pretty busy, fun week. I got the straight key hooked up to the satellite rig, and I've been working some CW on satellite passes. Worked Pennsylvania, my very first one, and then the second one got DX into Mexico, and then worked California and Wyoming as well, and then work happened. Have not been able to get back on there for the last 2 days, but weekend coming up, I've got some more skids in the works, and got some more QSOs hopefully to make. So other than that, just back to the grind. So send it back to you, Ware. Thanks.
Yeah, right on, man. Well, you just got major kudos on Discord. The quote being straight key on the satellite rig. So that's a pretty good quote. Yeah, what a phrase that is. That's good stuff, man. And yeah, I actually turned my satellite rig on the other day and tried to play around a little bit, but I wound up getting distracted with work, and so I've sort of got the bug again. I'm hoping that I can get a little more active on that. I've got all the antennas in the air and ready to do it. I just get slacky over here. Actually, I get tied up at work is what happens, is the truth. But anyway, it's good to hear they're still working, and I'm glad to hear you're starting to get on the old CW side of those things. That's pretty cool. Guys, we got Lance here with us, W5KEX, the world-renowned French legation POTA activator. If anyone would like to say hi to him, come down with your name and call sign, please.
BBS.
Say please, Rusty.
Please, Rusty.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, Lance, it's been a while since I heard you on the repeater. I just wanted to say hi. Hope we get to see you at the club meeting. Would be super awesome. You and your CW and your satellite business. Also, man, I'm looking for VEs. So I know you're a general, but that still works. So, and all your extra free time when you're not chasing satellites, go sign up to be a VE man. We would love to have you.
Oh, all right, man. Yeah, let me. I did see that link up there. Let me do what I can on my side. Session just started. My wife works at the legislature, so my responsibilities on the parenting side just like increased about 40-fold. So it's going to be a tough 180 days, 176, but who's counting? But I'll do what I can, man, for sure.
Roger, man. I got some friends that are lobbyists, and they are buried up right now as well. So do what you can, man, and we'll see you when we see you. W5KEX, WZ5BBS. I remembered your call sign. Look at me go.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Hey, and by the way, Lance, tell your wife, man, I feel for her. I have been just head in the clouds for the last couple of weeks. I don't know what's going on. It's craziness. It's like I'm not even here. So I feel for her. Anybody else got anything for Lance tonight? WF5KEX is here.
K5PZN.
You got it there, buddy. Go ahead.
Hey, Lance. Want to say hi, quick hi. Don't know if you have any chance to go fishing. I've been busy for the last few days, but within the last, I'll say, month or so, I've been to the pond up in Manor and gotten a few rainbow trout, a handful of them by now. So just was kind of curious if you have any chances to go over there. I know you're going to be busy now, but was curious to see if you've done any fishing. Back to you.
Yeah, man, I did get out there twice. Once solo and caught one. And then a few weeks ago, I got out there with my 16-year-old daughter, and we sat out there for 2 hours, did not catch a single thing, but we didn't feel bad because there were 10 other people sitting around the lake, and nobody caught a single thing. So I don't know if they got fished out or they just were not in the mood, but getting skunked always stinks, but it's not as bad when everybody else gets skunked. You know, it's when everybody else is just reeling them in and you don't catch any. So that kind of helped the pain there. W5KEX.
Well, right on. Yeah, no, it's usually on warm days they don't want to bite, but well, awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that you got some fishing done. All right, well, and hope to talk to you soon, man. Back to net control. This is K5PZN.
Alrighty, good stuff, man. Let's see. Anybody else got anything for Lance tonight? W5KEX is here. Lance is with us. Come now with your name and call if you guys like to say hi. Alright, nothing heard. Keep it up, man. And, we really could use a satellite guy out of field day. Would be nice. We have yet, by the way, as a club, to log a successful field day satellite contact, even with me out there. Yes, I know I'm slacking, but it would be nice to have someone dedicated to that. So, the field's open, man. We'd love to have you. Come on out to Winter Field Day if you think you might come make it. Let me know on Discord. All right, let's see. Moving on the list, we had a virtual check-in from Discord for November 5 Kilo Romeo Charlie. That is Scott. We got a new ham and a new member on the list now, and it looks like he's typing on Discord. So I'm curious. He said he didn't have his VHS station up yet, but he has radio, so maybe he can chime in. Scott, N5KRC, you there? Okay, nothing yet. He's still looking to get a VHF-UHF rig. He's mainly a QRP-HF operator at this point. So anyway, everyone everyone jump on Discord and welcome Scott, November 5 Kilo Romeo Charlie to the club. We've got him on the log tonight. First time on a Thursday night log, so that's pretty cool. We appreciate him jumping in and joining the club. All right, let's see. That represents the end of my second round of check-ins for regular check-ins tonight for the N5 OAK Thursday Night Net. If you'd like to check into our net tonight and come say hi to us, we'd love to have you. You do not have to be a club member, just an amateur radio operator. So come down with your name and call sign if you'd like to check in tonight.
This Kilo Fox 5, Delta Papa X-Ray Mobile, recheck.
All right, got you on the recheck, Chris. Anybody else? All right, another herd. Let's check in with Chris. KF5 DPX. What's going on, buddy?
It's KF5 DPX. Just got back from Las Vegas and the Nevada area. I went to the Consumer Electronics Show over the weekend and stayed a couple extra days to get some parks. Drove down to Laughlin, Nevada, which is right near Arizona and California, and added 4 unique parks with 3 new states. That brings my lifetime total to 29 unique parks and activated parks in Texas, Kentucky, Oklahoma, Arkansas, New Mexico, Colorado, Nevada, Arizona, and California now. Connect.
Dang, man, that's pretty awesome. I am super jealous and living vicariously through your parks on the air activation. That is sweet business, my friend. As Santa would say, a hot, steaming bucket of fine business with a hole in the bottom that leaks all over Anderson's foot. That's good stuff, man. Well, thanks for sharing. By the way, did you find anything interesting at the Consumer Electronics Show? Is there any kind of new quantum vacuum or something?
I'd say one of the coolest things, I guess technology related, was this wireless power delivery system. So these guys built a box that was maybe 6 inches by 6 inches that focused the light onto solar panels. So if you imagine it's like real thin lines where the light could get through, and then the solar panels, just like stacks of them, that were laying flat, and the idea being that you could shine a light on them, and they demoed it. It was pretty cool. Shine a light on them, and it would provide power. So their one use case they're talking about is on factory floors when you have all these robots moving around doing stuff. They have to go back and charge, and with this, you don't have the need to charge the batteries, so you don't have the cost of the batteries, and you also don't have the downtime for your robots while they do go charge. So it was like they would shine up like a light down on a track where these robots would normally go, and keep them running all the time. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's like laser solar, right? You put a solar panel or a receiver on your robot and just shoot a laser at it. That's brilliant. I love it. Well, thanks for sharing, dude. That's cool stuff. I bet that convention was pretty interesting. And welcome home. Let's see if anyone has anything for you. KF5 DPX is here, guys. Chris is back with us from Vegas area. Come now with your name and call sign if you'd like to say hi.
KC3 NAG.
Take it away.
Yeah, hey, that charging system is interesting because I have one of those Red Cross emergency radios with the crank onto it and a little solar panel on the top of it. And I didn't realize it until a couple of weeks ago that at nighttime or daytime, but mostly nighttime, since the sun isn't shining, if that solar panel on that radio is underneath my 4-foot Harbor Freight LED light, it's charging off the LED lights. So it would kind of make sense if you got a factory with robots line up with panels on top of them.
And they demonstrated that with an LED light, like powering a fan, and he like put his hand in front, and the thing would just die. What they did say at the current time, you have a 75% loss in efficiency from what the LED light energy to the solar panels, but they've gotten this all patented up, and they're thinking they can get, like in the next year or two, up to about 60% efficiency. So yeah, pretty cool.
So what you're saying is like I'm about 2 weeks too late then?
Well, I think what they did is, like you can always do that with the solar panel, but what they have done is they've built this box that you shine it and it bends, like if for lack of a better word, bends or redirects the light perfectly onto these series of solar panels that are millimeters apart, top and bottom, with with a lens in it. So they've just done a whole lot of work in raising the efficiency of what the light will provide.
Yeah, in the same sense that a Fresnel lens will concentrate the light down. So, yeah, I mean, I get it, man, but I'm a little upset. Like, that was my idea.
I suspect they've been working on it more than 2 weeks, so don't feel too bad.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, man. KC3 Energy, back to Ray.
Hey, no kidding. In the year 2000, I wrote I built a website for my group of friends, and about 2 years later, another guy came out with a thing called Facebook that looked just like it, and that's no lie. Could have been a rich guy, but anyway, it is what it is. All right, let's see. Anybody else got anything for Chris tonight? KF5DPX is with us.
KEX.
Yep, jump on in there, man.
Just a quick comment of some major props, man. Some great bragging rights you got there on those POTA stats. Good job, man. W5KEX.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks so much, man.
Oh my gosh, to have the time, I would be all over the place. It's awesome. It's so fun living vicariously through your excursions there, Chris, and lots of fun keeping up. Thank you so much, by the way, for sharing what you do on Discord, because we're all living vicariously through you. All right, guys, anybody else say anything for our POTA master, KF5DPX? All right, nothing heard. Let's see if we got anybody else want to check in tonight. By the way, thanks, Chris, for rechecking. Good to have you, man. Good conversation. Thanks for sharing everything. Guys, we need more check-ins tonight. If you're on the fence, if you've been lurking, there's always lurkers on this frequency. We'd love to have you come jump in here tonight with your name and call sign and check in tonight.
This is KI5YLS, Cody Fort Hood.
All right, we got KI5YLS via Echo in Fort Hood, Texas. Cody, what's going on, man? How you been this week?
I'm doing all right. Took the time today to clean my room, so now it looks all purty and not like 3 F5 tornadoes went through it like it did. Because it looked pretty bad. Other than that, been working. Going back to work since I've been in and out of the hospital. That was crazy. Other than that, not a whole lot's been going on. Got some lights put on my car, some rock lights for the wheel wells, and then haven't been able to do too much of radio time like I've wanted to. Either working like crazy or taking care of my health or pretty much. I haven't even really got to play on the computer much either. But I didn't get to check in last week, so I figured, you know what, I'm going to check in this week. So here I am, back to net.
Well, good to have you, man. Appreciate it. Glad to hear you're able to keep working. And I was going to say, oh, I know what it was. The propagation channel on Discord. I don't know if you have Discord on your phone, but there was a big time tropospheric ducting event that happened a couple days ago, and SMS, good old Bill, posted it on the propagation channel on Discord, and I bet you could have gotten into the oak from up there in Killeen that day pretty easily. So yeah, I don't know if you have an alert on your phone whenever. If you don't, you should definitely at least set up the propagation channel to alert you, because with you. You are, as you know, almost in from there, and on a decent propagation day, you probably get in pretty easy. So, I just want to open your eyes to that there was, in fact, a couple of days ago, a big propagation event, and if you don't have an alert, you probably should. But anyway, well, thanks for checking in, man, and good to hear from you, and glad to hear you're doing good out that way and keeping the job up and all that. And let's see if anyone's got anything else for you. Guys, we got Cody here with us tonight, KI5YLS. Is here from up in Bell County in Killeen, Fort Hood area. If you'd like to say hi, come jump in now with your name and call sign. All right, nothing heard. Well, man, Cody, have a great weekend, and we look forward to seeing you out at Winterfield Day. All right, let's see if there's anything else. Check-in tonight, regular check-ins for the Thursday night net for the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign in 508K. We're open for check-ins. Don't be shy. Come check in with us. We'd love to hear from you. Come with your name and call sign, please. All right, nothing heard. Well, I'm going to take this opportunity to thank everybody for joining us tonight. It's been a great net as always, and be sure to join us every Thursday night for this net at 8 p.m. And don't forget to check out the CW net that happens right before this one on the 80-meter band at 3532, give or take. And by the way, if you're a technician class licensee, you can actually join that net because it is in the technician portion of the CW band. And I'm sure Pat and the guys would love to have you. It's 7:30 right before this net at 3532, give or take, on the 80-meter dial. That's all we got for this week. Thanks everybody for joining us. Big kudos go out to Rusty WZ5BBS for this week's update as far as announcements and all those sorts of things. Ernesto KI5PZN for helping us out tonight with the news, and also to Chad KJ5AJE for giving us the exam questions. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. It's been a good one. And if, like me, you are struggling with the old cedar fevers, I hope you get to feeling better soon. Good Lord knows I hope to be feeling better soon. And thanks for dealing with my fogginess tonight. We will catch you next time around. Field Days coming up last weekend of this month. Go check us out on Discord for that and all other events. I now return the frequency over to regular amateur use. This is K5BZI clear.
Thanks, Ray.
Thank you, Ray.